Hello everyone, this is Anime Heaven X23, and I want to talk about the recent announcement from Sony about the PlayStation line of systems going up in price. The digital going to $599, the disc drive version going to $649, and then the Pro going to $899. Basically $100 for the others and $150 for the Pro, and then the Portal's going to $249. I think that the PS5 systems will finally start really slowing down in sales at that price, I would think. Because if they don't, they stay pretty consistent, then I think it puts a bad precedent for the price of the next consoles, the PS6, the next Xbox, to be minimum $699 to start, if not more. So I'm hoping that they do kind of slow down just to maybe let the manufacturers know that there is a price point that the consumers won't budge on. This nice item that we use to recreation, to play, escape from the daily grind of life and everything. And then I think the Switch 2, what Nintendo should do is I think they should get rid of the $449 bundle, the option, and just have the $499 option. That way you're not technically, you're not raising the price. You're just getting rid of the cheaper option. That way you can maybe stave off launching raising the price of the console until maybe this fall or something, where you can make it past the first year and into late summer before you maybe have to consider doing it. I think that would be a good option for them to do, to at least minimize the burden of two different SKUs. The two different price point SKUs, and just do the $499. I think that'd be the better option and better look initially, is to just do that. And then also, they could always bundle a game with it, and then bundle a game with it and say, for $549, you get a game when the Game Turn Game Day 1 comes out. So $499, the base, no $449 option, and $549 whenever they have a game. I think is the way that they could go, and I think that's the way they should go personally for Nintendo. But back to PlayStation, I had a PlayStation 5 just recently, and I got ripped to get more Switch 2 stuff and that, and you see my videos, I got, the Resident Evil 7 and 8, 9, and all that for the Switch 2. And it has a lot of what I want is for the Switch 2. I'm trying to find a new Steam Deck because I have a lot of Steam games. Well, for me, I do. I know for everyone else, it's not, but I have around 200 games. So for me, it's a lot for a PC. Because I have Rebirth on it, Spider-Man 1, 2, Miles Morales, Horizon, and a whole bunch of other great games on it. And I wouldn't mind going back and playing them. And basically my Switch 2 be my main, my Steam Deck be the counterpart. And that's what I'm going to try to do if I can find one at a reasonable price point. That's what I'm going to try to do. But anyways, I was curious as what everyone else's opinion on this new PlayStation 5 pricing on the models. If they think the sales are finally really going to start slowing down for the system because of this. And what they think the effect will be on the system's total sales throughout the year. I personally think it's finally going to have a nice, decent percent go down. Like if they're projecting to sell, say, 12 million systems, maybe 8 million systems or something. I'm definitely predicting, because now you're on the tail end of it really dying down on what the system can do in terms of sales, especially at this price point. At this price point, I honestly don't think, the new price point, I honestly don't think it's going to hit PS4 sales, which is around, 120 million, I think. 118, I think, was the last recorded. So I'd say between 118 120 for the PS4. So that's where I think, and it was last recorded 118. I think 120 would be the top end. And I sent in a comment on Middle Jesus' post about the price. I think what Sony should do is I think Sony should go back and produce a couple million PS4 Pros, not the base PS4, the Pros. Launch it for $299. At least get some money that way. And there's still plenty of PS4 games that people can play. And they're still making PS4 games. At least until this RAM goes down and you can get to drop the price of the PS5. I think that's what they should do. But they probably won't. I'm curious as what everyone else thinks about this. If it will have an effect on sales. If you think my idea that Sony should go back and remake some PS4 Pros, like a couple million, maybe do like 2 million, announce it, just to see how they sell, and sell them for $299. See if they can generate some more sales, which I think they could. I think they honestly could sell them out. At least you would have some sales coming in, and you're still getting people into your system, your ecosystem, So that's my point on the whole thing, and my little idea of, restarting the PS4 Pro production. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Please like, share, subscribe. Take care, everyone. Goodbye, and thank you.